Welcome back to our video coverage of the PokerSavvy blog tour. This is Mike, and we're getting back to the action. Blinds are at 50 and 100 with 13 players remaining. Catitude calls, and sitting on his left, caught bluffing, raises it up to 400. Action's folded around a cracked pair in the big blind. He pushes all in for his last 830 chips. Caught Bluffin makes the call, and cracked pair's ace-9 is drawing slim against Caught Bluffin's ace-queen. A queen on the flop is the nail in cracked pair's coffin, who's going to be eliminated from the tournament. Moving to the other table, we can see that Caught Bluffin's been moved over here, and he's staying aggressive, raising it to 320 chips. Horatio makes it 945 more and is all in. If Caught Bluffin makes this call, he's going to have to get lucky if he wants to bust Horatio. An 8 on the turn gives Horatio the pot to double up. Blinds are now 75 and 150. Folded around to Iron Girl on the button, she moves all in for her last 360 chips and is going to get called by Dorney. Iron Girl's pocket sixes hold up, doubling her to almost 800 in chips. BRD Webs all in from the big blind, down only 100 chips. Under the gun, Dorney raises to 460 chips. Everyone folds and both players flop a flush draw. BRD Web is in serious trouble with Dorney drawn to the ace-high flush. No help gets there, and BRD Web's going to be knocked out of the tournament. Now we're down to the final table. G-Cox 25 raises to 525 from under the gun. Hero Donkey moves all in for his last 325 chips. Both players make a full house on the river, and Hero Donkey gets lucky to split this pot and stay in the tournament. It's folded around to Hero Donkey in the small blind, who pushes all in for 962 chips. Catitude makes a quick call. Hero Donkey picks up an up and down straight draw on the flop. He doesn't catch a 5 or a 10, and Hero Donkey is taken out in 8th place. Blinds are now 100 and 200 as it's folded around to the blinds. From the small blind, Horatio pushes all in. G-Cox 25 calls instantly, and Horatio gets a huge flop hitting trip aces. Wow, G-Cox comes back from behind. He was only 3% to win on the flop, but he backdoors a flush to eliminate Horatio from the tournament in 7th place. Blinds are raised again, this time to 150, 300. Caught Bluffin moves all in for 2,300. Dorney, who's got him covered with 4,500, makes the call. Caught Bluffin's pair of queens isn't going to be good enough. Dorney hits his inside straight draw and will eliminate Caught Bluffin in 6th place. Kaja Gugu raises to 600. AC Typer makes it another 1,000 to go and is all in. Kajagugu makes aces up on the river, but it's no good against AC Typer's flush. AC Typer raises it to 900, one off the button. Kajagugu calls from the small blind, and on the flop goes all in, semi-bluffing with a flush draw. Hard on the river seals AC Typer's fate, who's eliminated in 5th place. Catitude raises to double the big blind from under the gun. G-Cox 25 is on the short stack and looks down at pocket aces. He moves all in for his last 1900 in chips. Catitude doesn't get any help and G-Cox 25 doubles up. Blinds are now 200, 400. Catitude's down to the felt, left with only 99 chips after posting the small blind. Catitude makes a flush on the river to stay in it and double up. Kajagoogoo bets enough to put a Catitude all in, and with over half his stack already in the pot, he calls for the rest of his chips. Catitude does it again, pairing his 5 to stay in the game. With less than 1,000 chips, Catitude moves all in. Dorney quickly calls with pocket 4s. Catitude dodges another bullet and makes a full house on the flop to double through Dorney. Kajagoogoo opens for double the big blind in first position. Now on the short stack, G-Cox 25 raises all in. Kajagoogoo calls. G-Cox 25 doesn't catch any cards and will be our 4th place finisher. We are now in the money and Dorney raises all in from the small blind. He gets called by Kajagoogoo, who's sitting on a huge stack at this point. Dorney's hand fails to improve and he's going to be our 3rd place finisher, taking home $200. Heads up, the blinds are now at 300 and 600. Catitude moves all in for 2,500 chips. Neither player improves, and Jack High is good enough to double up for Catitude. Kajagoogoo raises to double the big blind from the dealer button. Catitude just calls. Catitude bets out 600 on the strength of his open-ended straight draw, and Kajagoogoo quickly doubles the bet. Catitude calls and hits his straight draw on the turn. He bets out 600 again, and Kajagoogoo goes all in. Catitude calls instantly with his opponent drawing to a queen on the river for a split pot. With the fortunes reversed, Kajagoogoo remains aggressive, raising to 1,200 after Catitude just calls from the button. Kajagoogoo goes all in, holding just king high, and he gets called by a pair of 5s. He gets lucky as he pairs his king on the turn. From the button, Catitude puts all of it in the middle. Kajagoogoo calls and has Catitude dominated, holding the higher kicker. The board blanks out, and Catitude finishes in 2nd place, walking away with $300. Kajagoogoo takes first, worth a whopping $500. Congratulations.